I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I'm not a particularly nostalgic person. I'm not sure why, I just don't feel the need to relive my glory days, which in my case weren't really all that glorious. I just like my life better now.
Hive! The baby pooped! On everything! Get in here!
Yeah. That said, there is one game I have fond memories of, and that was EverQuest. It was simply something else. I remember the first time I logged in and was just like, whoa, now this is a world. And it's mine to explore. Much to my father's anger, as I pretty much held a monopoly on our dial-up internet. But I didn't care. It was my life, and it's where I fell in love with healers. Some of my best MMO stories come out of EverQuest. It was a simpler time for both me and MMOs. And ever since starting this channel, I've always thought about covering the game. However, after 20-something expansions, it's just not the same anymore. It's like seeing an old friend who's had about 24 plastic surgeries since the last time you saw them. Luckily, EQ1 has progression servers, which take the game back to its vanilla state, save for a few changes with the UI and some other convenience features, but whatever. And this is what I'm going to cover. And yes, I could take it really old school and cover Project 1999, which takes it completely back to vanilla, but there's a lot of steps to install it, and I'm super lazy, and we're just gonna go with this. Now, EverQuest is not a play it for a few hours and talk about your experiences kind of game. No. I've played it for about 20 hours now, and I'm f***ing level 8. Yeah, in case you don't remember, leveling in EverQuest takes a lot of time. Running places takes time, regenning mana and health takes time, everything takes time. Of which I don't have a lot of anymore. But damn it, that's not gonna stop me from playing. What I'm getting at is this is gonna be a two-parter. My journey through EverQuest. God, I love that music. So I went back to my roots and picked the first class/race combo I'd ever played. The Barbarian Shaman. Why Shaman? Spirit of Wolf at level 9. Duh. I'm gonna make that sweet money selling So outside of Blackborough. Oh yeah. If you don't remember or don't know anything about EverQuest, the main way of leveling up is, well, killing stuff. Quests exist in the game, but they aren't really the main way of leveling up. So starting off, you simply go outside of the city, but this is Hallis, so I've got a bit of a swim. This is gonna be a while. Now that you're out of the city, from here you'll need to find a hunting spot and proceed to kill monster after monster after monster after monster after monster after monster after monster. Yeah, I'm still here. Combat in EverQuest is not like what you're used to nowadays. Most of the time, at least at lower levels, you'll spend your time auto-attacking and only occasionally throwing a spell, as spells take quite a bit of mana. You'll also have to time your spell castings between enemy attacks, as unless you have a high concentration skill, you'll end up getting interrupted if the enemy hits you in the middle of casting. It adds an element of strategy and frustration to combat. Speaking of skills, as you fight, attack, and cast spells, you'll raise several different skills, such as offense, defense, whatever weapon skill you're currently using, like one-handed or two-handed blunt weapons, and then a multitude of skills related to spells. Conjuration, evocation, abjuration, channeling, concentration, and so much more. There's a lot of skills. After a particularly difficult battle, you'll likely end up low on health and mana. That means you'll need to regenerate, and that means sitting. Yeah, you don't eat and drink in this one to regenerate, you eat and drink to survive. Makes a little more sense, actually. Now, the progression server gave me a skill right off the bat called Meditate, which allows you to regenerate your mana faster. I don't remember this being the case in the original game. Downtime used to be much longer until you learned Meditate. So while it's not the original way, I'm pretty okay with it. Anyone else remember staring at your spellbook to meditate? Yeah, I do. I actually used to play Smash Brothers while I waited for my mana to regen. I had fun down to a science as a kid. I wish there was more to talk about, but most of my time was spent killing monsters in one location or another. It would be pretty boring to go over it all, but I still find it a lot of fun to play. I don't know what it is about this game, but damn it, I love the play style. I did head over to Blackborough at one point and joined a group. It made leveling far faster and way more enjoyable. Shout out to my group, who were all extremely nice, by the way. And to the guy who sold me patchwork armor. Again, just nice people. I love how great the community is in these older MMOs. I remember them being nice back in the day, and they're still nice now. It reminds me of when people actually used to talk to each other in MMOs. By the way, dungeons in EverQuest are open, meaning there are no personal instances. So meeting up with other groups and camping a certain area is typically how dungeons work. Also, trains! Should you accidentally lose a mob because they ran away, sometimes they'll come back with friends. Occasionally, way too many friends. Choo-choo! train, run! Frankly, I'll have more to talk about in my second video when I have some more levels under my belt, but this video was more to give you all a reminder of what EQ was like in the early days and the early levels. Even though you weren't really doing too much different from play session to play session for hours on end, it could still be fun. We'll catch up again in a few weeks to see where I am and how things are looking. Until then, I'll be here. It's gonna be a while. And that was my first part of my adventures in EverQuest. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. I've also put another video for you to watch right up here. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, or Twitch for my weekly live streams. And if you really want to help the channel, you can donate to me on Patreon like these other amazing people. I'd give them each a free so. After that, though, it'll cost you.